Estoy listo, Jesus Cristo. Every time I drop in, fire high, Crisco. Estoy so rico, disco, 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 disco.
Disco.
Nah, I'm gonna make them wait on that shit.
Mucho elegante, 2-1 restaurante. Ice skate through the bullshit. Cops and robbers like it's child's play. C.O.D to the license plate. Retired young for I seen her great. Slow whipping, let it marinate. The meal really just for a play. Tell her eat that dick, that's a dinner day. On a full stomach, niggas still starving. Only medicine I take. Coming out the speaker, yeah, and that thing marking. Talking sexual healing till about the ceiling. Then pour some drink, baby slow it down. Swan diving that pussy, scuba certified. I never drown. Put that on my last name, A-L-L, all in it is. Favorite game, still jet the tip. Make a beg for the net like young day for I seen the shit. Hold no what it is, drunk it for a swing. Dancing the wagon wheel, Tennessee shit, Southern heat shit. For the bogus here, probably never see me take the knee, bitch. And then for what? Shit.
In the vast tapestry of life, we are constantly woven into new beginnings. They shimmer before us like uncharted territories, filled with hope and possibility. New beginnings, like delicate buds breaking through the frozen ground, bring forth the essence and renewal of transformation. With each new beginning, we have the chance to shed the weight of the past, to embrace the unwritten pages of our future. It's a time of introspection, a moment to redefine our paths and reconnect with our truest selves. It's a reminder that we are not bound by the mistakes and limitations of our past, but rather propelled by the boundless potential that lies within. New beginnings can be both exhilarating and daunting. They require courage to step into the unknown, to relinquish the familiar comforts of what was. They demand resilience as we navigate the uncharted waters, facing uncertainty and challenges along the way. But it is within these unexplored realms that we discover our hidden strengths, our untapped passions, and our capacity to grow. Sometimes new beginnings arrive unexpectedly, thrust upon us, circumstance, or choice. They can be birthed from a career change, a relocation, the end of a relationship, or pursuit of a long-held dream. They invite us to release our grip on what no longer serves us and embrace the opportunities that await us on the horizon. New beginnings also require patience and perseverance. They are rarely linear, but rather a winding path marked by twists and turns. There may be setbacks and moments of doubt, but it is in those moments that we learn to trust ourselves and the journey we have embarked upon. We discover that even in the face of adversity, we possess the resilience to adapt, to learn, and to thrive. As we embark on new beginnings, let us embrace the beauty of uncertainty. Let us cultivate a sense of curiosity, a willingness to explore and embrace the unexpected. Let us recognize that even in the midst of challenges, there is a hidden grace, a gift waiting to be unwrapped. Each new beginning holds within it the potential to redefine our lives, shape our narratives, and to ignite our spirits. It is an innovation to craft a story of growth, courage, and resilience. So as we stand on the precipice of new beginnings ourselves, brother, let us take a deep breath, summon our inner strength, and step forward with hope and determination. For it is in these moments we are reminded that life is a continuous journey of reinvention and that possibilities for new beginnings are infinite. Hey, this is season 3, episode 92 of What It Do. Give me some headline, boy. What's on with your week?
What it do, man? What it do, man? What's happening with you, dog?
Man, I'm good, man. It crazy turning all the way up after these monologues. My dog P be giving me weekly homeworks, man. And hopefully I'll fucking with you, dog. How you feel about it, P?
Yeah, man. My dog is one of the most talented writers that I know. And in the interest of using his talent and sharpening his sword, You can rule by fear, you can rule by love. And my dog has a gift that where he is able to kind of float in between the two of them by using this talent that he has with words, man. So yeah, deal with that shit. The COWmunity gonna fuck with it, man. The COWmunity gonna fuck with it. And I got something special that I'm gonna do with each one of your monologues. So as you start to build like the storehouse of content, we're gonna put those somewhere.
Yeah, I gotta turn them assignments in. I hope y'all don't think I'm just performing them. I can't freestyle these. I gotta turn in the assignment weekly.
Yeah. It's legitimate homework around here.
And speaking of homework, y'all don't know, but this right here is a C-O-D-M-D operation, and I only give y'all that alias area of the week because your boy be on the low like a freak. C.O.D. Decatur boy music, aka Big Tabby, aka excuse me, Big. Oh, I don't even know, aka Tabula Rasa, aka Big Tabby the cool cat. I gotta get y'all that purr, cause that's what they be giving anyway. From me to you, for she to me, for he to her. If he hear me, P, this week's flight deck is a curveball, man. And I ain't tell you what the flight deck was because for a long time, especially during Spike P joints, I just freestyle them joints. I'd have 12 different topics and then come up with one off the dome, and that's exactly what your ass finna do this week, P. What the fuck we talking about on this week's fliggity flight deck? What's on your mind? What's on your heart? In this CODMD operation, while I scrub in and get ready for this very surgical operation I got put together, start that conversation on wax with whatever's on the top of your dome, my brethren.
Man, something that's on the top of my dome is this is something I've been thinking about like quite a bit lately, man. I'm not even gonna front, bro. Is like when we building a business, right? And it's so much information. Like I don't even know how the internet know that what we doing is building a business, but it throws so much, like the algorithms, I guess it's because of my searches and like all of my devices are interconnected with each other, that the internet started to throw me all type of information from all these different fucking people sponsored shit. Like whenever I Google something, you get sponsored shit. Whenever I go to IG, I'm getting sponsored shit. Whenever I go to Twitter, I'm getting the sponsored shit. Like, bro, stop sending me this shit.
You be
like,
talking about Rihanna with your homeboy. You trying to go to Barbados? Like, what the fuck?
Like it's wild, bro. And like I went to TripAdvisor, man, and like I went to TripAdvisor, and like now they trying to help me. Like I don't live out of hotels, bro. Like I'm not trying to go to a hotel every week. Like I booked that hotel because I'm going on a trip, and I didn't even book my hotel through them. I booked it through my credit card, which I get more points through and like more rewards. And so it's like, bro, I needed y'all and I'm giving y'all reviews, man. Like I'm not leaving you out there hanging. Like I'm not just using you and not giving you something back. I'm like, oh man, this is TripAdvisor's the best application I've used to plan my trip out. Like I'm looking on there for the reviews. Like TripAdvisor is like my version of Yelp because I like to travel, man. But yeah, man, like
I interject?
So much. Yeah, man. Cause
you may want to have one of these in your black pocket every week. Cause if this what I'm gonna get when I throw you the flight deck, nigga, this shit turned into a grind. You know what really grinds my gears so fast? I am enjoying it. Please continue. But I just wanted you to know, you nigga, this one was a surprise. You shouldn't be surprised by any more that come your way. Continue.
No, man. But so this is my love letter to the internet. I love you for what you give me. Like I cannot
targeted ads included.
Targeted ads included, man. And so I guess you just got to take the good with the bad is what it really boils down to. But yeah, it's like it's certain people out there, man, who just scamming. Like it's folks out there who like we building this business, man, and there's folks out there who giving information. I'm like, this shit ain't good information, bro. Like, this shit not accurate, man. I cannot tell y'all how many emails I have to unsubscribe from. I cannot tell y'all how many times I'm gonna hit that 3 dots and say this does not apply to me. Like, I'm sick of it.
If I can't stop
like
seeing the ad, I'll report them for being sexually inappropriate in a heartbeat. Fuck with me.
That's what
Send me an ad too many times. It's sexually inappropriate.
Like, and the thing also, man, is like,
straight up,
I'm married, bro. And like, when I go to my search page, it be hella women. Like, it be hella women in skin. And I unfollowed all those accounts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, I watch golf. Like, if you got somebody swinging a golf club, I'm gonna watch that shit. Like, send me all the golf. You'll have me on your damn page all day long if it's golf related. But don't be sending me shit. Like, I'm not even scrolling and double tapping on these damn women. And they beautiful women. Like, y'all are all beautiful. Do y'all thing, man. But it ain't got shit to do with me. Send it to somebody who fucking need it, man. But yeah, shout out to the sponsored and targeted ads, man. Because I don't even know. I need to find out, how am I getting this? How am I getting this? Once I get to the source, bro, I'm chopping the head of the snake off, man. That's this week's flight deck. I toss it to you, man. I toss it to my dog.
Okay, what he said? Oh, bro. Bro, can I do you a favor? Perchance.
Only if you give me some headlines.
I can't even make the fucking noise. This nigga crazy as fuck, y'all. This nigga crazy as fuck. Bruh, let me serious up for this first headline. Don't choose it, please.
I'm sorry, we gotta get serious.
What can a father gain from losing a son? Now back to the fun. Mmbop. Shoot a billion, goddamn. And the third one is Women's Cup runneth over.
Ooh.
Let me know if you need me to run any of them back.
I want to touch on number 2. I'm gonna stay, like, not that I want to run from. Actually, can I do this? I'm gonna choose all 3. I'm gonna choose all 3, and we're gonna take them in order.
That what's up, man.
We already have. We always come into these episodes without knowing the title to the episode, and with that third line, we now have the title to this episode. So shout out to Women's Cup Runneth Over. That's heat, and that's gonna get us the most views we've ever gotten on this channel, bar Neezy. Let's start with that first headline, man. That very sobering headline.
Yes, sir. What can a father gain from the loss of a son? And this headline is brought to us from the New York Post, covering rapper YNG Cheese, Young Cheese, son of Barstool Sports podcaster and hip hop alumnus Gilly the Kid, aka oh man, what's my dog B-ball name? Oh, Chauncey Gillups. Shouts out to Chauncey Gillups. But this story is brought to you by the New York Post, and the author on the article is Mr. Ryan Glass-Steagall. Yeah, Glass-Steagall. Shouts out to Ryan Glass-Steagall. Young Cheese, a Philadelphia rapper, son of popular Barstool podcaster Gilly the Kid, was killed in a triple shooting on Thursday night. He was 25. Philadelphia police told NBC 10 that the shooting occurred in Onley neighborhood in the city at 8:24 p.m. Eastern. At a 31-year-old and a 28-year-old man were also shot in the incident and were transported to the hospital, and they are in stable condition. A SUV that was left running near the scene of the shooting is now part of the police investigation. Young Cheese is survived by a young son, Gilly the Kid, whose real name is Nasir Fard. Excuse me if I mispronounced that, sir. Co-host Barstool $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. With Wallow, whose statement was, "Lil' cuz, usually when I talk to you, I got a lot to tell you." tonight the pain in my heart and tears spoke to you, I just love you beyond life, Cheese. I got your father. Rest well. And that's the excerpt I read from this, since we're kind of doing all three. And I tossed it to you for your thoughts. And this young man was shot in the back. These details weren't in this part of the article, but this young man was shot in the back. He wasn't arguing with somebody or causing a ruckus, or wasn't a dice game or anything of that nature. This man was shot in the back with two other men.
The only thoughts that I'll share about this, man, is like, one is heartbreaking. We talked about this a little bit earlier. We don't run away from the news. We address it as it comes, because we can't dictate what the news and what headlines are going to come to us and which ones speak to us. Sending his family all the best of my energy. I'm not sending up thoughts and prayers. I am willing my energy towards his family and hoping that they find peace in this troubled time. And like, I know it's not going to be an immediate thing. It's going to be a process for everybody involved, especially with him having a young child, that also him being a father. But yeah, my energy goes out to Gilly and his family. And yeah, man, that's tough. That's tough. But we just wanted to give them some space, and know that young man won't be, the young Cheese won't be forgotten, man.
And I just kind of want to give it a breath, because we truly aim to have conversations on wax, so we keep it 100. But niggas never really trying to stay too down or depressed, so we are going to keep the show rolling. And we appreciate y'all for staying connected with us. And please don't think that we trying to make light of what we spoke of first at all. It's just, you got to do what you got to do before you could do what you want to do. You understand me? On some man shit. And keeping the show moving right along. Can I give you that second headline, bro?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
I'm going to do it a little bit more reserved. Mmbop. Mbappè. Goddamn a B. The Saudis said, we still got that bag, Messi. And we gonna make a mess of this world soccer situation. This headline comes to you from Front Office Sports, and this is via their Twitter. Feel free to go follow them at FOS. Very straightforward. And this is very straightforward. The Saudi club Al Hilal has offered a world record package for Kylian Mbappè. 1 year, $1.1 billion, $332 million transfer fee to PSG, and $776 million salary for one season, which would make him a clean and clear free agent to join Real Madrid next summer. P, what are your thoughts, my brother? Bag choice.
I love this, man. I love what, I don't know exactly what the end game. Yeah, man. I don't know what the hell the end game is for the Saudis. Like, I do not know what the end game is. Like, offering for 1 year $776 billion, and I forget what like the breakdown is, but like he made like $24 or something like that, like per second. He'll make like $2 million a day or some crazy shit like that, bro. Like I think he made $2.1 million per day under that deal if he take it. And like I said, I don't know what the end game is for the Saudis, but if it is, if the end result,
if he take a piss for 30 seconds, he made $720. That's crazy.
It's insane, bro. And I love that, because I don't know, because you know it's coming. Like, they have soccer leagues, so they starting with the leagues that they already have. And like, they didn't need the golfers from Live to relocate, because it's like, all right, well, we'll just do 8 tournaments in like the UK and the US, because all we need is a golf course, and we'll fund that. Once they figure out, because they don't have football yet, once they figure out football stadiums, and I'm sure they about to come after the NBA. Like, I'm sure once LeBron decide he gonna quit, they gonna offer a bizag to King James to come over there and hoop for a year for the Saudis.
Czar James.
Right. He's like, hey man, how would you like to be a king? How would you like to be a king, cuz?
Instead of Bryce going to college, he gonna play with Bronny, and then he gonna take Bryce to Saudi Arabia for $1 billion. He gonna come into the NBA with $1 billion, cuz. What they might do is he gonna come into the NBA with $1 billion, bro, and a crazy bag of game. His bag and bag gonna be doubled up.
They might send Bryce over there. They might allow Bryce to be a professional and be in high school at the same time. Have Bryce, Bron, and Bronny all playing together on the same squad for $3 million.
You say Bronny gonna take a gap year and go make $1 billion? A gap year after college real quick. After staying in Southern Cal for a couple years. I hope he do. Hey, take this advice from us that we gave to ourselves. Do this shit how you would do it with the resources that are at hand. Fuck anybody else path, cuz. P, can I give you that third serve?
Yes, sir.
Most importantly, last but definitely not least, Women's Cup runneth over. Women's World Cup 2023 update. Group results from Tuesday's schedule. You feel me? Germany and Brazil turned up in 2 of the 3 biggest wins of the 2023 Women's World Cup. You understand me? The pair of women's soccer's powerhouses benefited from a multi-goal performance from each. Alexandra Pop. Hold on, I gotta lick my lip for that. Alexandra. You feel me? You heard that shit? I told you I was talented last week with the Fran Drescher. It don't stop. Netted 2 goals for Germany, while Ari Borges, like Caesar Borges, no relation, potentially. I don't know. I guess we are related to Jesus though. Hat trick for Brazil. Germany and Brazil delivered statements about their title contention in the tournament that has not seen a ton of dominant showings throughout the first match day. Italy took down Argentina in Monday's other match, and Australia and New Zealand. Hold up. It don't say who won Australia and New Zealand. Okay, I ain't tripping. The win put Italy in a good position to compete with Sweden for Group G. And then I'm going to give you the quick updates of the groups, and then I'm going to throw it to P. Brazil got 3 points. France got 1. Jamaica got 1 point. Panama 0. You understand me? Then Brazil got 4. Panama 0. Oh, come on, man. You're doubling up, baby. My links is playing with me. We're going to keep giving y'all updates on that Women's World Cup. So this is just a taste. I'm going to toss it to my dog P. I'm going to give you some more updates after P. Give you a few thoughts, a few thinkers.
Yeah, man. Shouts out to the best soccer team in the United States of America, our U.S. our U.S. women's national team. They are by far and away better when it comes to results than
thighs and gold medals.
Thighs and gold medals on that side. And I don't know how y'all feel about thighs, but we love them over here, and we love gold medals. So winners. But yeah, man. Interested to see. Very, very interested to see like how this joint pan out, because the kits are fire. I don't know if anybody's seen the kits. They are fire, and I plan on.
I'll put some up on the screen when you say it.
Yeah, and I plan on copping them joints, especially like the warm up kits. But
soccer kits and minor league fitteds. That's all it's about.
Yeah.
That's the new wave for 2024 for you young niggas.
Shout out to the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup video game. I think it may be the first Women's World Cup video game, which we in the year of our Lord 2023, and we just not here, but we are here. So shout out.
I'm gonna call that bitch freeze tag. I'm gonna get the pink messy kit. Cause that sound like a pause. You feel me? Pink messy. I'm gonna get the pink messy kit. I'm gonna call that bitch the freeze tag. Fresh as a motherfucker. Shouts out to Miami in the Miami. And to give you the update on Sweden.
It's in Australia, ain't it?
Nah, they in Fort Lauderdale, but they Miami.
No, I'm talking about the World Cup is in Australia, I think.
I had to scroll to a different part of the article. Sweden 3, Italy 3, South Africa 0, Argentina 0. And the World Cup is taking place in... Talk, P. Fuck you, dog.
For those of you listening on the audio cast,
Colombia got 0, South Korea got 0, Morocco got 0, Germany got 6. That group is pretty much, decided. That's like update on that. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you where they play. I think they in New Zealand.
The knockout stage.
Co-host New Zealand.
And okay.
Norway.
That makes sense. Okay.
Hold up. Somebody. Okay, New Zealand and Australia would make more sense. They close as fuck. I'm finna Google that real quick. We'll bring you that breaking news as a conclusion to this.
I want to go over there for a damn vacation, man. That's a long ass flight. That is a long
from Cali.
Flight. It make it 3 hours closer.
And we want to say thank you to the wonderful continent and lovely country of continent of Australia and country of New Zealand for hosting this Women's World Cup. We thank you
for your hospitality. Oh shit.
Yeah. We feel like it done got way too deep. Pause. In the summertime, without us giving y'all no barbecue, man. So on this week's Give Me Some Headlines, we gonna give y'all a R4S. And even though this is a CODMD operation, this R4S is a spike P joint. So we will be seeing the appearance of
your dog, Chef Heat. In
Chef
there.
Boy R.E.
Hell yeah, man. And y'all know exactly what we got going on this summer, man. I live in Texas. So y'all know what your dog had to throw on that grill. On that smoker, I had to smoke my first brisket. And let me tell y'all, doing a brisket is a process. And I understand perfectly why so many people like shy away from getting involved with that big ass slab of meat. Pause. I definitely.
I ain't gonna save you now. Keep talking. Keep talking. That nigga said gonna leave that shit hanging down, dog. This ain't a tag team match, nigga. This conversation on wax. That shit is in perpetuity.
Yeah, man. But I didn't shy away from that meat. Oh man. I dove in elbows first, man. Grabbed it up out the pan. Did tenderized it, cut it up, seasoned it, and we made barbecue. But yeah,
I lied. I'm gonna say you because you drowned it. That nigga just get deeper and deeper into slow motion. We ain't gonna call it pause territory. We got that beautiful footage, and we got some heavy ASMR. This R4S is not brought to you by the PNPR, but we do support National Public Radio. So don't give us no motherfucking ads, Google. My cell phone close as shit. I'm gonna drop right into the footage, man, and I'm gonna let you maestro through it. We gonna mystery science steal this thing. I may have a few comments. I have reviewed the footage. You feel me?
that was up, man. Drop that thing. So shout out. This is the brisket. Shout out to B&W Meat Market.
What's
on the
her
north
name?
side, north side of Shepherd.
You named the brisket.
Hell yeah, I named that brisket.
What the brisket name?
Gooden. G-O-O-D apostrophe N. Gooden. But yeah, this is the smallest brisket that they had at B&W. This joker is 16.58 pounds before I started to do what you're looking at now, which is trimming the brisket. I went to
trimming the brisket. You need to have a title for every part of this.
I went to shout out to Meat Church on YouTube. I went to my dog, and it was by recommendation from a colleague of mine from work. But Meat Church got me right. They have
just so YouTube
videos.
don't ban us, don't try this at home. Handling knives with your left hand and shit. Only 10% of the population should do this.
It's square bitty. But yeah, right now I'm trimming, getting all. Meat Church told me to get all the fat off of that guy. So this is what they call the meat side, and you'll see once I flip it to the other side why this is the meat side and the other side isn't. But the white part obviously is fat. On the meat side, you want to trim as much of the fat as possible. And so what you see me doing now is that big white chunk that is closest to my body on my right hand side. Your left hand side of the screen is, I was trying to figure out the best way to get that fat up out of there, but like not scalp that joint. So you see me skipping all over, trying to get like some of the parts that I can get to quicker.
If I may interject, because this is an audio medium for the cast too. This is a big, beautiful pink cut of meat. What cut of meat is this again?
So this is the brisket.
Brisket. What part of the cow is that?
It sits next to. It's kind of like the back of the stomach. So like the back of the stomach, like the abdomen area.
So you cutting away
it's not
the jiggly part that we would see hanging as they walk.
This is around that part. It's not the ribs, but it's the part around, like it's in that area. It's behind the ribs.
It's closer to the grass or to the ass?
It's closer to the grass and the ass. If I know it correctly.
I just wanted to kind of throw you that reminder and get that information for the audience so they could visualize what part of the cow you getting the fat from.
Yeah. So it's a lot of fat content involved. So this is the side that is up, which is the pink part, which is the meat part, is the side that will be facing. That side will be facing inward on the cow. So this fatty part would be towards like the hind leg. And so now I figured the haunches. And so now I figured, well, let me get down into this fatty joint to get it up out of here. And so with the brisket, you want it to be as round as possible, and you want it to be kind of as even as possible as far as as far as thickness. But with like this size and this being my first one, like I'm kind of experimenting with, all right, well, how do I do this without screwing it up? And so I didn't get mine as flat as I wanted, but I did get it pretty round. And you'll see, like, once we get to the final product, that I did a fairly decent job, because you wanted to cook evenly, which is why you want to get it kind of, which is why you want that evenness, that roundness, and like that flatness, is so it cooks even, because it's such a big part of meat and you're smoking it, which takes quite a long time. And so like now I'm getting kind of surgical and feeling, you start to feel it about, and you feel like, all right, well, what I know now what the meat feels like, and I know now what the fat feels like.
But talk to them about what you're doing as far as like where you're actually cutting as well, because as you talk about rounding the meat and what you're trying to accomplish, for the people who can't see what you're doing, talk to them about the actual thickness that you're trying to leave behind, because it's very deliberate. And we on to a different part of the meat. Never mind. Fuck it.
Nah, you good, buddy?
This nigga said, like I literally was like this for like a minute. Then I just said, fuck it. Yeah.
That joint, you got
I'm gonna edit this audio out. Go ahead.
Hold up. I gotta put you in. Yeah, I gotta put you in gallery mode. There we go. Because I did not see it because I was talking. And so what I mean is, by rounding it off, and you'll see it a whole lot on the fat side. So I flipped it over for the people who on the audio cast. I flipped it over, and the meat kind of looks like a big rectangle. And so on the edges, you want to round that joint off so it kind of looks like what's rounded? It kind of like a skateboard around the edges. And then you want to have nice, even, you want it to be from top to bottom, you want it to be as even as possible, so throughout the entire slab of meat you get an even cook. So as I flipped it over, you have a membrane of fat that's probably about an inch thick. So what I'm doing now on the fat side is I'm trying to get that inch of thickness down to about a 1/4 inch of thickness, but I don't want to scalp the back of it, because if I scalp, like, you want that fat because the flavor is in the fat, but you don't want it in too much, in multitude. You want it in kind of you want everything in moderation. And so that sound that you hear on the audio cast is me kind of slicing some of the bigger parts of fat and meat off that are excess. And so what it looks like is, if you were cutting ribs, and if you could think about a rib, like the thickness of a rib, I'm cutting about a rib's size off the side flank of the meat.
Did you freeze, nigga? I'm tripping. I think my partner froze. At first, I thought he was just leaving a little bit of air. But while we wait for him to get back reconnected, I'll take y'all through this portion of the R4S. And at this point, it looked like what he doing is spreading some mustard into the meat. And that right there really gonna be the conduit for your seasoning. It's not really a huge flavor element to what you're doing with your meat, to your brisket, but what it is something that's gonna hold your seasoning. You feel me? I think we got P back.
Yeah, we do, man. Can you hear me? I'm in here. I'll be damn, man. You know what I'm saying? You try to get your recipe on. You know what I'm saying? You try to get that flow. You try to teach the people about some brisket, and then the internet, they got upset with me making them comments about them targeted ads. Exactly. Let me throw a wrench in what y'all boys doing today. You gonna respect us, man. But let's get back into it, my G. So yeah, now I'm looking at this joint. It's kind of, you see on the edge where it was kind of square. had to round that off a little bit, and now we're looking at the seasoning process. So what you think we got over there, my guy, on your left hand side? What am I rubbing into that meat?
That brisket look like Arkansas. Is that mustard?
It is. It's a couple other things as well. Can you guess what?
I'm a shrink of that. Some Worcestershire sauce.
Yes, sir.
I knew it. Oh,
this one might
sauce or liquid. Sauce or liquid.
It's a liquid.
Pineapple juice.
Ooh, that's a good guess. Not a bad guess.
I was wrong with shit though. Motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run it back. Talk to him about the right side of the screen.
So the right hand side is
y'all see that slow mo P funneling that meat.
So you got the seasoning on the right hand side. So we got black pepper, we got some we got Tony Chachere's, like spicy Tony Chachere's, and then we got Texas Dust. And Texas Dust is like a combination. Yeah. And then there's one other seasoning that's like it's a garlic and like smoked paprika and
so they definitely be in the notes for y'all on the YouTube.
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna put that in there for you, man. But like, should you
look at that final season product?
Nah, should you make your own brisket? Oh yeah. So
no, my bad. Go ahead. Should you make your own brisket?
Yeah, should you make your own brisket? What you seasoning your joint with? And I know, like, because when I was,
you talking to me?
Yeah. Should you make your own brisket? What would you season yours with? Because my man from Meat Church said you can season it with whatever the hell you want to, because it's a Texas brisket. Black pepper is forward, so this is 16 course black pepper, and I got a good bit of that on there. I dusted with that Texas Dust. And then I got that Tony's, and then I got the other joint. But what would you season your joint with?
Look at that slow-mo, that beautiful bean footage. Man, well, see, I'm looking at the warbling. And whenever I think about something with some warbling, I'm thinking about something that's going to sink down up in it. You feel me? So I'm definitely going to hit it with some garlic salt just because I like garlic and I like salt. You feel me? Now that I got that heavy salt, I'm going to do some weird shit because I don't really need nothing else that's going to make the rest of the seasoning bind to my meat. You feel me? Pause. So I'm probably going with some like some brown sugar. Yeah, just because, you feel me? And after I pepper it with some of that brown sugar, I'm like, you know what? Just cause Shawty gonna be like, oh, this shit smacking, but I don't want her to fuck that shit up. Pow, a little bit of cayenne. You feel me? I'm one of them type niggas. Just a little bit of pow. I was raised up on Emerald Lagasse, and he was bamming, so I pow it up. You feel me? Pow!
Yeah.
Outside the Step Brothers, you pow! And what else I'm gonna put on there? One more. I gotta do something else. I started to say something stupid. Zatarain. Shouts out to New Orleans. He went Tony Chachere's. So I'm gonna go ahead and probably top it out with a little bit of that slap your mama. But since that's a one and all, I'm gonna be very light with that slap your mama because I don't want to oversalt that bit. You feel me? Regardless of how I'm cooking it, you never want to oversalt your meat. Talk to him through that transition, Pete.
You never want to oversalt your meat. So that transition, what you see now is a lot of that fat that I was cutting off. I put that in a pan.
You hear that engine roar on that beautiful Traeger. What kind of machine is this?
It is a Traeger Super Smoke 570, I think is what the actual name of that joint is.
Traeger Super Smoke 570. It's electric, ain't it? My nigga P.
It's
you can
electric,
put P in the posh, but you can't take the country out of P. My nigga P, hold up, wait till you step back and say just do it. But don't try this at home, even though my nigga at home. This nigga got a whole leg goddamn power strip hanging from the roof. Nigga, you get a drop cord, that shit look dangerous and shit. Look at that, y'all. What's wrong with this, man? Stop this footage. Explain yourself, dog. What the fuck going on? What the fuck going on?
It worked.
right,
don't know how to explain
it. Man. Tell them what's happening.
I don't know how to explain it.
Traeger footed. That's some country shit though.
It is. So what I did with the excess fat is I put that in a pan, and I put that on the grill, and I let that fat render over the course of the day. So it took me. I smoked this thing for 16 hours overnight. I put it on about 2:30 in the afternoon, and let it go until about 6:30 the next day was my plan, but I forgot to put pellets in before I fell asleep. Got drunk and on them cigars with my cousin and passed out. Forgot to fill
with my cousin.
So I woke up and it wasn't no more pellets in that joint.
Which cousin was
that? My cousin Brandon.
Oh, okay, shouts out to B.
Yeah,
low down B.
But yeah,
I'm gonna forever remember that nigga from that barbecue day when he had them loads on. That nigga there, but that's out the beat, cuz.
Barbecue day. Who was that? Which one was that?
I think it was Jersey retirement weekend. Yo.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay.
He stayed right out the main road. We were coming from the Boys and Girls Club.
Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about.
We wasn't barbecuing, them niggas was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything come full circle. Shouts out to B and them cigars. They had P going out that thing while you trying to smoke that joint.
Man, yeah, he had me.
Y'all
really,
hear them cicadas?
Really gone,
if y'all think my nigga P ain't really in Texas, I got something for you. You see that boy Saint ran in. Said, you hear that shit, dog?
Beautiful. So I meant to put it on that fat side up. I ended up putting it on that fat side down. So I left and I came back, and I had to stick my country ass hands right back in that joint and flip it over. But that tallow was in there smoking, rendering throughout the day. They call that yellow gold. You pull that tallow up off of that joint and you'll see, that's what you're seeing right there. Is so that fat, it renders this thing called yellow gold, man. And I'm just filtering it through a paper towel. So what the hell do you think? What would you use this for? So this is fat rendering down into like this liquid substance that is this gold, this beautiful gold color. What do you think we would use this for, bruh?
I'm just watching them little bubbles at the bottom of the cup. If y'all listening to this shit on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Deezer, Google Play, or one of the audio mediums, get on over to YouTube and check this shit out at Conversations on Wax. Yeah. Give me some headlines playlist, cause that thing crazy. You feel me? I have no idea what you use this shit for. I started to say fried bacon. Yeah, that shit crazy. Bacon made their own fat, but nigga be saving they bacon fat like this, so I don't know what they be using it for though.
Exactly.
What you cook other something in it, probably though.
Nah, you're exactly right, bro. So this is instead of, well, what would you cook in your bacon fat then? I'll toss that to you.
Yeah, probably something else for breakfast, maybe some pancakes. Nah, that's crazy, but probably shit. Maybe some mushroom, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If I was gonna do some shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With a little bit of heavy sea salt. What you cooking that shit?
So I use some eggs. I take that tallow.
Okay, yeah.
And I'll put that in the skillet, make my eggs in that joint. I'll take it and I'll do mushrooms as well, spinach, like any type of vegetable that you want to saute it in. You put it in the pan. You do that. You can condition your grill with it. So you take it, you rub it on the grill, keep that joint shiny, keep that joint like it conditions the grill. Any type of vegetable. You can use it for any kind of application, bro. Like if you have anything that you're making that's savory that you want, like that smoked flavor, that smoked beef flavor in, like I put it in Buddy Food. I poured it over some Saint Food. He killed that shit.
He's talking about meat juice, people. And what we looking at is the final product. Talk to him about that final product, P.
Man, so I got this. Yes, sir. So I got exactly what I was looking for. Like you see a little bit of darkness if you listening on the audio cast. I got my surfboard. It's a little bit of an uneven surfboard, but my bark is like this. It's a dark brown, like kind of. It's not the type of crust that you would have with like fried chicken, but it's if you fried a chicken without the flour, that's I feel like that's the color that it would be. So it's a nice brown bark is what they call it, because it kind of look like a tree bark. So think about a nice tree bark, and I think I did a really good job, man, because once I cut into it, and I apologize for not having footage of it cut into, like you got a nice that first 1/4 inch that I was talking about, that ring is kind of is a pinkish color, and then you got the meat was nice, like you tried to compress it, like juices came up out of that joint, man. So it was nice and juicy. It gave me a nice flavor on the crust. Like the final product came out to be good, and it got Big Dog stamp of approval, man. So that first brisket was a success, and the hardest part about that whole was trimming it, but we got through it, man. You know, had to snafu with the pellets. But yeah, next time when you out here, I got to make you a brisket though. I got to get you that Texas brisket. Maybe we might do a little cookout for the COWmunity in Texas, and let them know how we get down and feed the people.
Teaser brisket part. Duh. Pete, can I do you a favor?
Yes, you can. Only if you give me some headlines.
I can do that. Headline number uno. You disrespect my bitch, and you disrespecting me. Headline, let a dose. Am I my sister's keeper? Headline, let a trace. 1 fish, 2 fish. Goddamn. That's a bluefish.
Interesting headlines, but I'm taking number 2. Am I my sister's keeper? I want to hear more about that joint.
Bet I was getting ready to queue up that bluefish because I'd have to show you that one. Thank goodness you told number 2. Yeah, my dog. And running it back. My dog P went with headline number dose, aka letter dose. Am I my sister keeper? Which follows a woman who boots her sister-in-law from the wedding party after she shared an ugly crying photo of the bride. Saucy. P went with the drama. You hear me? So
this is sister-in-law.
Yeah.
Got booted from the wedding party. So this is groom's sister. Oh man, that's tough.
Exactly.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how they work out for him.
For the audio cast, he had to work it out. He had hands on both temples. Like, hold on, whoa. If I'm my sister, you about to put the blicky to her shit and let that be rock. You hear me? A woman removed her. Oh, this story comes to you from Fox News. That's right. We get news from everywhere. We so deep on Fox News, we see the silly stories. Y'all ain't getting nothing past the gang. Give me some headlines. And this story comes to you from Christine Roselle, who does a lot of great articles, not just things of this nature, but she does like to do lighthearted articles as well. Shouts out to her. But this story follows a woman who removed her sister-in-law from her bridal party after the latter woman, the sister-in-law, posted an unflattering picture of the bride in her wedding dress. In her wedding dress. A psychologist.
Okay.
Yeah. A psychologist plus many Reddit users said the woman was right to remove the sister-in-law. This is am I the asshole? Yeah, the first friend to give me some headlines game. And you got it by chance because P chose that thing. You feel me? Here you go. Am I the asshole for kicking out my sister-in-law from my bridal party for posting a pic of me in my wedding dress? Asked Reddit. You come on, don't do that with the article writer lady. Just keep the fucking I'm gonna have to edit this as I read it. Why wouldn't she just put the post? She weak as fuck for this.
I think you should keep this. This is great content.
But
Natural
finally,
frustration.
bro, I swear to God. But finally, we have begun planning and are aiming for a mid-May 24 wedding, the woman wrote. Motherfucker.
Oh,
she got me again.
So this wedding ain't even happened yet. Like this wasn't right.
Yeah, I'm about to hit you with this song. And it would piss me off. I read this shit and knew they did this, but I got it smooth. But you know, they got all them guys. So yeah. Reddit, her name is Dress of My Dreams. So that's the name we're gonna go with. Her mother asked her to include her sister-in-law in the bridal party because after marrying her brother and moving several states away, they'll be feeling isolated without family around. She said, I could understand, so I agreed. But previously, they had been cordial toward each other. However, the bride quickly came to regret the decision as the sister-in-law has been nothing short of a nightmare. My bridesmaids all assisted in handwriting and sending out wedding invitations, but the ones sister-in-law helped with all had zero invitation inside and instead had an empty envelope, and I know they were hers because everyone had different shades of pink envelopes to go from. The sister-in-law also apparently took extra time in makeup and hair consultation, causing the new bride to be charged extra for the time. But the final straw came when I found the dress of my dreams. Only problem was I was 15 pounds too heavy and I bawled my eyes out because I knew this was the dress for me. And while all of my bridesmaids were encouraging me, reassuring me that I had plenty of time to get in shape before the wedding to get fit into the dress, my sister-in-law took a different approach. She posted about it on social media. When I got home that night, I noticed that my sister-in-law's Instagram, that she had been posting a picture of me and in the dress saying, ugly crying. I was absolutely livid. My fiance has already seen the Instagram picture and I was devastated. He was not supposed to see me in that dress until our wedding day. Right. And I know so many more people have seen it, she added. Like the rest of this article gonna piss me off. So the way the rest of it devolves is she addresses the sister-in-law who acts oblivious to why it would be wrong to post a woman's wedding dress in the first place, then to post her ugly crying, and then to post why she's crying because she's too big for the dress. You feel what I'm saying? So she knew exactly what the fuck she had done. So she kicks her out of the wedding. Her mother-in-law, future mother-in-law, calls her and says she understands why she did it, but she's still being spiteful and mean in response to it. But it ends with her asking, am I the asshole? You already know how I feel about this shit. I'm just tossing it to you for your thoughts.
I don't think she went far enough, if I'm being honest. Out of the wedding party, not enough. You don't get to come no more. You get to you get to hear about the big day from everybody else. As a now married man, I understand. Like
the code name for my children, shits, will be your first names. If your name Jennifer, they take Jenny's. When they take number twos, they take Jenny's. Your name is shit in my house.
Hey, Bruh, my kid's not coming.
Do you need to take a Jenni? Other people are like, what's a Jenni? A shit. It's a shit. I'm asking if she need to take a shit. You feel me? The world gonna know that you are shit.
Yeah. That's cold. I'm not like, even though I'm a married man, like I didn't have as much insight into the world of weddings until I went through one. But I knew even before I went through this, I knew you don't show the bride in her dress because her dress is meant for those few people who are in that room. She allowed you to see her in that, like, you were blessed to be in there and see.
You
her
know your
say
brother
yes
follow you,
dress.
and you know it's bad luck for him to see his bride in her wedding dress.
That's insane.
Even worse, the first image he gonna see of his bride in her wedding dress is her crying her eyes out. Not the happiest day of her life, but her crying her eyes out. He didn't sneak in because he couldn't wait and he just wanted a kiss before the ceremony. Her crying her eyes out somewhere without him there to console her. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're not invited to shindigs at the crib. You're not invited
baby showers.
Gender
reveals.
None of that.
You know she gonna try to ruin it.
You're not even Auntie Jennifer no more. Like, like square business. If that's how you want to play, like we gonna play that game. Like you try to hold me, we finna play that game. Cause that's some cold, and I know the race of the person who did that shit. I know that's some petty shit there. And we give me some headlines. Do not condone. We on your side, dress of my dreams.
This nigga, he said, do not condone. But Pete.
Yes, sir.
Would you do me and the audience a favor?
Oh, of course I will. What would you like me to do?
Is you drinking? Is you smoking? If you could, I wish you would do me and the audience a favor and tell us something good. That nigga people just gonna leave me hanging there, y'all. That nigga said, what that nigga want me to do? That nigga over there tripping.
This week's, I'm gonna put this thing in speaker mode. This week's Tell Me Something Good comes from, it is a camelback from the last Give Me Some Headlines segment. Am I my sister's keeper? I am the teller of my sister's story. You know how at Give Me Some Headlines, one of our favorite hobbies is to shed light on a Black woman doing something incredible. And playing on another theme earlier in the show is new beginnings. Sisters, new beginnings. My women's cup runneth over. All ties into a beautiful knot in today's Tell Me Something Good. My little sister gave me a call earlier this week, family, and she said, brother, let me tell you about how God is. I said, I know where this is going. Let me sit back in my chair and listen to how good God is, sister. I said, yes, sister, tell me a story. And she said, I was at work, and my sister's an extremely hard worker, She dives into her job. She throws herself into stuff. She is a natural born hustler. She is a natural born like work ethic. And so she's 23, owns her own business, also holds down 2 other jobs. And in her main job, which is the one she's gone to school for, she's a nurse. And so she's a nurse at this establishment, and she was towards the end of her shift, and this lady started pouring more responsibilities on extending her time to be there when she was, ready to go home. And so she was like, well, as they are known to do. And so she asked, well, where is such and such? Because this is her responsibility. And the lady said something and was like, well, I need you to do it. So she said, okay, cool. So my sister, being the professional that she is, went forth, followed through with what she was instructed to do. And at the end of that shift, she said, today is my 2 weeks notice. I will not be coming back to this job after 2 weeks. I'm letting y'all know formally today that my tenure here will end in 14 days. She said, brother, I took a leap of faith and I said, Lord, it is in your hands.
It's so above me
interviewed. It's out of my, it's above me. It's above my pay grade. So she tells me this, and she said, you recall that I interviewed with an establishment, and she's in Atlanta. She lives up in the Sandy Springs area, and she had interviewed with a prestigious network of
with 2 edges,
medical network that is well known in the Atlanta Decatur area. And she passed on a job offer from them because it wasn't what she was looking to make. She would have to take a pay cut to go. Yep, it is. Yeah. She would have to take a pay cut to go and work for them. So not an hour and a half after she walks out the door and is on her way home from putting in her 2 weeks notice, does this establishment call her and say, hey, would you be willing to come work for us for this amount? And this is a little bit more than where she's making at the place that she's just put in her 2 weeks notice. An hour and a half after she put in her 2 weeks notice, God said, I got a new beginning for you. I am my daughter's keeper. And I am beautiful. My sister's brother. My sister is now going to work for the place that she had been telling me that she wanted to work for the longest. The people there are awesome. Now the paycheck is awesome. And one of her best friends that she was working in the past also accepted a role there. So they're going to be working together. Look at God.
Look at it.
My baby sister Kayla. My baby sister Kayla, man, is doing incredible things in this world. She is working with patients. She is putting light into their life. She is bringing value to her employer and their organization. And she is doing shit that is so fucking good in this world. And I'm so proud of my little baby, man. And that is this week's Tell Me Something Good.
Oh. Damn.